Hello everyone, with Coach Dav, I am Coach Nick. We are here to show you the second part of all of your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques for the summer 2023 weekend program. And then the notes below, I'll also include all the techniques that will be on your test. Today, we are going to start off with your trap and roll from the bottom of the mount. I'll show you first, then I'll do it step by step. All right, this is your trap and roll from the bottom of the mount. Okay, so trap and roll. So first things first, my partner is on top of me in mount. First thing I want to do is alleviate this pressure here. So I'm going to use my knees to bump him forward. As I bump him forward, I hug my partner's arm tight to my chest, ensuring their hand is on my shoulder. Then I take my foot on the same side. I block my partner's foot. Last but not least, I bridge my hips up. I roll towards the arm I had trapped, which takes me here. One more time. Step number one, bump my partner forward. Step two, hug the arm. Step three, block the foot. Step four, bridge your hips up and roll. That brings me here. That is your trap and roll on the bottom of the mount. The next technique we have here is your X choke from the mount. I will show you first, then I'll do it step by step. All right, the X choke. So first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand with a palm up grip. I'm going to reach inside my partner's collar as deep as I can until the back of my hand is right beside his neck. Once I have this, I'm going to get down nice and low and walk my other hand around and create a post on the other side. Once I have this post here, I'm going to replace this post with my head. Once I have my head down, I'm going to do what's called shaving the face. So I'm going to take my arm here, shave the face, and put my thumb in grip inside the other collar. Once I get this in, I put my elbows tight on my partner's chest, get it nice and tight, and pull my elbows back into my chest until my partner taps. So, just one more time, this time without me putting my head down, so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. Step one, palm up grip. Step two, walk all the way around, make your post. Step three, you put your head down here. Once I put my head down, I'm now going to shave my partner's face, get my thumb in grip on the other collar. Now that my arms are tight, I bring my elbows tight to my partner's chest, and now I pull my grips back into my own chest just like this. And there is my X choke from the mount, and that is your second technique. All right, technique number three, your frame escape from the side control. I'm going to show you first, I'll do it step by step.
He knows the difference.
Okay, frame escape from side control. So first things first, Coach Dav have these locked in. He's got head and arm, chest to chest, his knees are in tight. I want to get out of here, so the first thing I'm going to do is build my frames. So I have one arm on the hip, one hand goes under my partner's chin onto his shoulder. Step number two, by keeping my frames, I'm going to turn to my side. This will alleviate some pressure and put me on my shoulder. Once I do that, I'm going to scoop my butt back a few times, building space under my partner's chest. Once I've done that, I'm going to bring my bottom knee underneath so it connects with my elbow. Once I have this elbow knee right here, I'm going to gently push my partner away and get my feet to the hips. One more time. All right. From the frame escape here, side control, I'm going to get my frames, so one on the hip, one on the shoulder. Step two, I turn towards my partner, keeping my frames. Step 3, I scoot back, making space. Step 4, I go elbow knee. Once I have my elbow knee, I push my partner away and get my feet to the hips. That is your frame escape from side control. All right, next technique we have here is your butterfly hook sweep. I will show you first, then we'll do it step by step. Okay, butterfly hook sweep. So first things first, like any kind of butterfly guard technique, we need to have our butterfly hooks. So step 1 is my butterfly hooks. My feet are pointed up. I don't want them like this, like ballerina toes. I want them up like this. My butterfly hooks are going to go under my partner's quad muscles right here. Step 2, I want to sweep my partner this way, so I'm going to go over the elbow on this side, hugging it tight, and my other arm is going to go under my partner's armpit on the other side, hugging his back. Once I have this, I'm going to go shoulder down on the over side. Once I go shoulder down, my hook on the other side is going to lift my partner's leg in the air, staying nice and sticky. Then I'm going to sweep my partner, keeping my hook, and establishing my mount. One more time. So step 1, butterfly hooks. Step 2, over, under. Step 3, shoulder down. Step 4, lift, and complete your sweep. And that is your butterfly hook sweep to the mount position. All right, next technique we have here, another technique you can also do from the butterfly, is our snap down to the turtle position. I will show you first, and I'll do it step by step. Okay, the snap down. So first things first, I can start with my butterfly hooks, but my partner might be expecting to sweep, so I'm going to bring him down instead another way. First things first, I'm going to make a collar grip. Once I get my collar grip, I'm going to make sure I keep my balance. I post. Once I post, I'm going to use my foot closest to my collar grip here. I'm going to Captain Morgan and use my other knee to base. Once I get this Captain Morgan, I'm going to use this collar grip to snap my partner down. This forces him to turtle. Once I'm here, I then hug my partner just like this, and I have a bunch of my other techniques from here as well. One more time. So, right, we can start with the butterfly hooks, we can have our feet out. Step 1, collar grip. Step 2, post. Step 3, Captain Morgan. Step 4, I snap my partner down. Step 5, hug him nice and tight, keep my partner down here. That is the snap down on the butterfly position. All right, next technique we have here today is our back take from this turtle position here. I will show you first, then we'll do it step by step. Right, from the turtle here. So first things first, you can also follow this up with our snap down we just previously did. I'm going to start off by hugging my partner and forming a seatbelt. Step 1 is my seatbelt, over the shoulder, under the armpit. Once I have my seatbelt, I need some stability here, so I'm going to start by putting in my first hook. Once I get my hook, I'm going to climb on top of my partner and get my chest to his back. Once I get chest to back, I'm going to roll to the side I have my first hook in. So next step is to roll. As I roll, I get my back control here with my seatbelt and my 2 hooks. One more time. So, snap my partner down. Step 1, establish my seatbelt. One arm over, one arm under. Step 2, I'm taking my foot here, put in my first hook. Step 3, I get chest to back. Climb on top of your partner, Step 4, roll to the side of your first hook. As you roll, finish with your seatbelt and hooks and complete your back control. And that is your back take from the turtle position. Our second last technique we have here is our collar choke from the back technique. I will show you first, then I'll do step by step. Okay, collar choke. Nice and simple, very, very effective. Takes ideas similar to the X choke we did previously. So, starting with my seatbelt here and my back control hooks, first thing I'm going to do is my grip that's under my partner's armpit is going to open the lapel. Once I open it up, my top hand, the choking arm, is going to make a thumb in grip as deep as I can in the collar. Once I get in here, my hand that opened the lapel is going to reach across and make a cross grip as high as I can on the other collar. Very, very gently now, I'm going to hold my partner nice and tight. My top arm is going to pull across. My bottom arm is going to pull down just like this. And there's my submission. One more time. Start with the seatbelt. Step number 1, your underarm opens the lapel. The top arm is going to make a thumb in grip. Deepen the collar as you can. Once you have the thumb in grip, your hand that opens the lapel is going to reach across as high as you can and make your cross grip. Last but not least, very gently, top arm pulls across, bottom arm pulls down, attacking both arteries and getting my choke. And that is your collar choke from back control. All right, our last technique we've done, the pop the arm escape from back control. I'm going to show you first, then I'll do it step by step. Okay, the pop the arm escape. So, starting from my opponent being back control, the first thing I should do, especially if someone gets my back instinctively, is to get a 2-on-1. Step 1, 2-on-1 on the choking arm. I want to make sure I'm holding it tight to my chest. Step 2, holding this 2-on-1, I'm going to dig my heels into the mat and scoot forward. Slow as I can. This will alleviate some pressure and start clearing the hooks. Once I have scooted down, I'm going to pop the arm over my head and glue it to the other side. Step number 4, holding this arm nice and tight, keeping it strapped, I'm going to turn towards the arm and get to my knees. One more time. All right. Partner's on my back control. Instinctively, step number 1, 2-on-1. Do not let go of this arm. Then you are going to scoot downwards as many times as you need to. Alleviate some pressure. Okay. And now, I'm going to pop the arm over my head, still holding the arm. Last but not least, I'm going to turn towards the arm, holding this arm as I get to my knees. And that is your pop the arm escape from the back control. And that is all the techniques we covered in the second half of your summer weekend program. Look forward to seeing you all in the final week. Os.